Hey folks, Malforian here, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Crusader Kings 3 and just a little video about what I think is probably the most fun and kind of interesting decision, or one of the best anyway, that you can do in the game. If you're looking for a new campaign, looking for somewhere different to play maybe. I know a lot of people generally do play in the Viking kind of area of the map, but if you don't, or if you do and you've just never noticed the decision, I think it's a really fun campaign and definitely one to give a go if you're looking for something new to do. And the decision is elevate the kingdom of Mann and the Isle. So yeah, this basically allows you to form a pirate kingdom and just go a bit nuts with different stuff. So yeah, the easiest way to probably do this, if you're looking for quite a quick way to do it, is if you start as Jarl Ivar the Boneless here, you actually own all the land required to make this decision. The only thing you have to do, I've already done this, but yeah, the only thing you have to do is form the Duchy of Mann. Someone else owns the county, so you have to revoke that from them. So you just need to up your tribal authority to level 3. Then you can revoke titles, you can revoke the county off him, and then once you've done that and you've got enough prestige, you can basically just do this decision. So it's quite an easy one to get to, and the benefits of it are just crazy. So yeah, the Isle of Man is uniquely placed to act as a haven for Norse raiders with easy access to not just the British Isles, but all of Western Europe. All it needs is someone to show all good Vikings the way to realise its potential and pave the island with gold and iron, which just sounds awesome. So what this does is a lot of things. The first thing is it gives your dynasty legacy of piracy, which basically allows you to carry on raiding no matter what kind of government type you are. You don't have to be tribal or anything like that. In fact, further down this decision, it changes your government to feudal. So you can get feudal government as a Viking, like ridiculously early doing this decision. And then even though you're feudal, you can still raid and obviously get gold and prestige and all that good stuff. We'll go into that a little bit later on, but yeah, it basically gives you legacy of piracy for 100 years for your dynasty. So even if you don't do this decision really quickly, if you play as Ivar, he's only got 6 people in his house, and his dynasty, I don't think is that much bigger. I'm not sure without looking. Actually, let's have a quick look. So yeah, it's only got 22 people in it. So you could delay making this decision, build up your dynasty, and then obviously they could all just go raiding and have fun times. But yeah, it basically gives your entire dynasty piracy, which is awesome. Gives you 2,500 renown, which allows you to unlock a bunch of legacies, which you are the head of this house. So yeah, you can come in here and unlock a bunch of these, because the first ones only cost 250. So I think off the top of my head, you can get to about the 3rd or 4th one, because the cost does escalate each time. But I think it's 3 or 4 you can get up to, and obviously that gives you a really nice advantage, especially if you do pillage. Pillage is the best tree in the game, I think, to be honest, especially if you're going raiding. Just the benefits are really, really good. So yeah, you can get a bunch of these really quickly as well. You then also obviously get the Kingdom of Man and the Isles, the title, and you become the de jure liege of Mon, but you own Mon anyway, so it doesn't really matter at that point, unless you wanted to give it away for some reason. Don't know why you would. You'd want to keep it for the later benefits here as well. You get the Kingdom title. The Earl of Mon becomes your new realm capital. You get 7,500 men. So then you can use these troops to go raiding, you know, go on additional wars. You've got 7,500 troops. You can basically just take over England with those troops. Now, if I remember correctly, they don't replenish. So as they get killed off, you don't keep them, which makes sense. You'd just be so overpowered, it'd be crazy. I mean, it is pretty overpowered anyway. But yeah, you can use those troops, you know, quickly take, you know, Alba, Northumberland, try, you know, build Jorvik or something like that, take over Ireland. You could even just use them, come down to France if you wanted to take France. I guess you could also Varangian Adventure to somewhere else on the map if you really wanted to with all those troops. But yeah, you just get a cool, you know, quick bunch of troops. You can go anywhere you want really with. All your tribal holdings become castle holdings. All your vassals become feudalism as well. The holding of Mon gets 3 building slots, which is really good. I don't know what it starts with, actually. I think it's 1. Yeah, 2. So you get, I think it means, yeah, gains 3, so you get 5 here in total, which is a lot for especially a small county as well. And then on top of that, you think that's enough already? Nope. The development level in the Earldom of Mon will change by 20, so it goes up to 22. So it's basically one of the best developed counties in the game at this point, I think, outside of like Rome, I guess. What's Rome at this point in 867? 25, so you're almost as good as Rome. and you're a small island in the British Isles, and which is really good. Culture changes to Norse, which is good, I guess, keeps them on your side, and then you gain Stolen City for 100 years. This is crazy as well. Building construction time minus 200%, so you just build things really fast, and construction cost minus 50%. So buildings are half as expensive, and they build twice as quick. So yeah, you get those 5 slots this is only on Mann, the island. It's not in the rest of your realm, but you get the 5 slots, and then you can just build things really quick and for cheap as well. And additionally, of course, because you can go raiding, you can just make gold from raiding to then use that gold for building buildings. That's one of the problems usually when you go from tribal to feudal, is having enough money for buildings that used to cost you prestige, now cost you gold, and having your army and things cost you gold. But as you can raid, for those 100 years, you can just raid everyone, get money from that to then pay for all the feudal benefits, which obviously once the 100 years finish, you should be in a fantastic position to, just have a really good, strong realm up here, which is pretty crazy. And then obviously, the Kingdom of Man in the Isles becomes the de jure liege of these islands up here. So yeah, you basically form a little empire here. It's really cool. Joe, let's press the button. Kingdom of Pirates. For years, I've plied the waterways of the world, reaving, raiding, and raising, and I've stolen more gold than most kings will ever see. My name is cursed from the Irish Sea to Cathay. I am without question the most infamous man alive, scourge of the seas, and have poured my loot and reputation into heavy settling and fortification of the Isles of Man. People across the world decry me as the most evil pirate that has ever been heard of, but they have heard of me. That is a meme from a certain film. I am the Lord of Blood and Gold. So you can either get the nickname The Great and Terrible, or At Last My Dream is Achieved. You don't get that title. I think you get a different title from this. It doesn't actually mention it in the tooltip, but I'm pretty sure you do get a different title if you choose this one. In fact, do you know what? Let's just press it and find out. Oh, you don't? Okay, never mind. I could have sworn you did get a title if you chose the other one. But you just lose some stress. I guess that's pretty cool. And then, yeah, there you go. You've formed this new kingdom. It's Kingdom of Man in the Isles. Now, the other thing you can do as well is, this is obviously a fantastic start, with all these bonuses, all that good stuff. You can now work towards securing the High Kingdom of the North Sea, which I haven't done a video about. I might do a separate video about this one in the future. This is, again, just an amazing decision you can make. It would make a good kind of stepping stone from the first one. Obviously, securing the Kingdom of Man in the Isles is a good start. All those bonuses I was talking about. But you can get it relatively quickly, especially if you do play as Ivar. But then this is a cool thing you can then work towards afterwards. So you basically have to own Norway, England, and Denmark. You need to hold them for 30 years and completely control the region of the North Sea Heartlands, which is basically all the area around here. And then you can form the High Kingdom of the North Sea, which doesn't give you anything crazy. You get the North Sea title, which is really good. In fact, this one's really fun because the color of it, I know a lot of people probably don't care about the color of kingdoms, but it's a really nice dark blue that isn't anywhere else on the map, so it's fantastic. You get a nickname the Great, and then obviously it's called the High Kingdom. It's an empire, so you form an empire, and these 3 become de jure your vassals of that empire. So you don't get any like mega crazy bonuses or anything, but it does make an awesome like campaign to work towards after you've done the first bit, or on its own. Like I say, I might make a video about it in the future, but it's a cool little, start as Man in the Isles and then work towards the High Kingdom. And then, you've got those 100 years to get a load of gold and prestige and all that good stuff to fund working towards this. So, yeah, anyway, I just wanted to talk about this today. I know a lot of you have probably seen this decision, but if you haven't, it's a really fun campaign. Or if you haven't, you've never played it, I'd definitely say give it a go, because it's a fun way to do it. And you don't have to do it as Ivar. You can do it as somebody else, but he's quite a good one, especially the first time at trying it, to have that initial land that you need. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you've done this campaign. I have done this on the channel before on a live stream, I think about 1.5 years ago now. So I might put a link to that in the end screen of the video, so you can watch that if you want. It is, like I say, it's quite old now. Well, 2 years, is that old? suppose it is. So yeah, if you want to watch it, we basically did this campaign and it was pretty fun. So I'll put a link to that at the end. So if you've enjoyed the video today, if you hit that like button, it does help more than you probably realize in other people finding the channel and these kind of videos that might also enjoy it. And if this is your first video here and you've enjoyed it, I cover Crusader Kings. I do story campaigns in Crusader Kings. At the moment, we're doing the Rise of the Habsburgs, which is all about building up the Habsburgs from nothing to where they historically were in later years in the world. And yeah, I cover the Dev Diaries and other grand strategy games as well. So if that's your kind of thing, you know what to do. We're going to leave it there for today, and I'll see you in the next one.